Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes.
I'm a grown-ass man. See, I'm a grown-ass man. Grown-ass man. Hey, everybody. King Dingbat here. I'm in my garage with a cigar. It's only a candy cigar because my wife won't let me smoke one after I put that big fat head up in our bedroom. Let's get rid of that. At this point, I'd be happy for Dak to be playing for somebody else. And my team stinks. I agree. Stinks.
They laugh about us. We're a disgrace. We suck.
I am now Philly 500's bitch.
Dallas still stinks. Yo, by the way, King Dingbat here, and I hope everybody's having a great Sunday. Hope you guys are doing well. We got a lot to talk about. A lot of rumors out there, a lot of buzz, especially of the Eagles trying to trade up. And for who? That's what I want to know. Even A.J. Brown rumors out there, which I have a video all planned out for that later. No question about it. Let me straighten this mother humper out. What's going on, everybody? What's happening? I see everybody's in here. JJ's here. Slash is here. Rashawn, the Green Talons. Good to see you, Green Talons. Troy Singleton, my man. Chris, Purified, Jersey Dolphins, my man. What's up? Derek, Samuel, Marcus, Wombat, Agitator, Jazz, Johnny Season. Johnny who? Eric's here. I don't know's here. Marcus, I guess it's I don't know. What is going on, everybody? Roadrunner, what is happening? We are like less than a week away from the draft, and I can't stop thinking about it. I'm dreaming about it. I need the draft to happen right now. I got NFL Network on. What do they got on? What year draft is this? Caught in the draft. They got 1995 or some crap like that. But what is going on, everybody? I'm sure you guys heard some rumors today, and I don't know the validity of these. I'm not putting a lot of stock in it, except for the fact that I do think the Eagles want to trade up. You heard that there's rumors that the Eagles and the Jets are discussing a trade up to 10 for the Eagles. I don't know if it's true, but I do think the Eagles want to trade up, you know. Jim K, what's going on, my man? How are Sean Fitzpatrick says if the Eagles take Drake London, Joel is dropping F-bombs on night one. I hope not, man. I mean, look, I could be totally wrong about the guy. I just don't see any separation with him. You know, it scares me. Slasher says only 4 more days. I know, 4 more days, and we got a busy week. I'm going to have LB on Tuesday. Looks like Mark Holmes on Wednesday. And I haven't figured out what we're doing on Monday yet. You know what I mean? Drake London and Trent McDuffie. Those are 2 guys that I don't feel sure of. You know, I'll put it that way. Philly Style Tuesday says, Philly, how's your day? My day's been good. It's been a lazy day, kind of. I woke up kind of late, you know. Hey, bro, which bets do you take? I have no bets. I've taken no bets right now. Nothing now. Eagles take a punter 15 because Howie is smarter than everyone. He does think he's smarter than everyone. That is true. That is true. We got 183 people in here already. Thank you so much for joining me. Appreciate you guys so much. Yeah, I'm feeling good today. I'm feeling good, Gigi Meta. So let's go. What's up, Philly? What's up? Let me catch up to this. I'm already way behind on this stream on this chat. Jay Cox says I already knew Philly and the Eagles trade said it numerous times. I would not be surprised if the Eagles try to go up to 10. You know, but I don't think they'll do that before the draft. Like, I think they do that during the draft, you know. Burks is better than London, best big body receiver. I agree with you there. Agree with you. I will say Jamison Williams is my favorite receiver in this draft. Him, and then a close second is Garrett Wilson. Those are like the 2 guys I like. Now, is he really going top 10, top 12? Or is Garrett Wilson? I don't know, you know. Clark Roberts, what's going on, my man? How are you? Trade with the Jets for number 4, draft Gardner. May miss out on Stingley too. Or also, yeah. I mean, if you wanted, you have to probably go up 4 to get Gardner for sure. What are the chances he's there at 6? Jeremiah Butler, what's up, my man? I agree, 500. Rather take guys like Booth, Elon Wilson, Olave, even Pickens would be nice at first. From what I'm hearing, and I said this yesterday, they're saying 7 to 8 wide receivers go in the first round. 7 to 8. You know what I mean? Yes, gentlemen of culture, fly Eagles fly, but don't kill me with the spam. Timothy Luber says, Philly sleeping late is an indicator of too much matrimonial duties. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. That and a lot of protein. A lot of protein, man. Trade with Carolina for 6, that's the trade partner you want. I think that would be hilarious if, like, Sauce Gardner was sitting there at 6. Giants taking offensive linemen with the first pick, and they think they're getting Sauce at 7, and we jump them again. How hilarious would that be? It would be hilarious. Jazz Juice, because of the cash. Well, what is that? I missed the first part of that. If the Eagles get Davis, Wyatt, Olave, I would be happy. I would too. I have no problem with either of those tackles. George Pickens. I love George Pickens. I love his attitude. You know what I mean? I love the whole thing, man. Jacob says, are you streaming the first? I'm streaming the first round, the second round, third round. Yeah, I'm streaming every second of the draft. So you can see me there. I'll be here going crazy. Just call me Flair, man. Thank you for the super chat, my man. Thank you. And thank you for being a member for so long. He says, me personally, I think he's trading up for Stingley. Interesting. Now, the Eagles didn't bring in Stingley for a visit, right? I know some teams are concerned about his medicals. I don't know if that's the Eagles, Jazz causing Joel turmoil again? Who, me? NFC East are still all trash. The NFC East, the Dallas has gotten worse this year, I think. I think Washington's improved. I think the Eagles slightly have improved. Not offensively, but defensively. 500, you doing stream Thursday night? Yeah, I'm streaming every second of the draft. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. This is a busy week. This is one of the busiest weeks of the year for me. Burks, Wilson, Gardner, Johnson. 2 of those 4 should be the Eagles by the end of the night. I would have no problem with that. I would have no problem with that. Philly, I scored some decent legal buds in Jersey last night. That shit knocked me out. I slept good. Jeez, I would still be sleeping. Andrew, my man, what's going on? He says, on Thursday, we get to see the maestro, Howie Roseman, conduct the draft. I can't wait. I am scared. Man. Cryptologist, my man, what's going on? He says, yo, 500, happy Sunday. Happy Sunday to you. He says, let's get Kayvon. I think Kayvon Thibodeau is a definite guy the Eagles want to go up for. I think Sauce Gardner, Thibodeau, Jermaine Johnson, maybe one of the receivers if they think they're going to go early, and then both those tackles are Georgia, and maybe Stingley and Hamilton are all guys that they could trade up for. This would make my draft. Eagles go from 3 firsts to just 1. Get Sauce ahead of the Giants. Giants are in your heads. Bad. That would be hilarious, man. I'm not going to lie. Moving up to 10 for Stingley or maybe Hamilton. I got to think. Here's my theory, right? If the rumors are true that they're trying to go up to 10 before draft day, then my guess, and this is my theory, I have no evidence of this, that I think the Eagles are moving to 10 because they're going to move up again. Like they're putting themselves at 10 so they can get to 6 or they can get to 4 to get Gardner. That they have somebody that they're going after Gardner. That would be my thought. Because usually, you want to wait and see who's on the board, then you make that deal. But what if they get the 10 pick early, and then they're in a position to move up again if they want? That's what I would look for. That would be my guess. I don't think there's no way I don't believe the Eagles are staying. I think the Eagles are definitely trading up. Hey, Dizzo, who do you think the best name for us? You said you can tell by the name. Best name, Jordan Davis, Jamison Williams, Garrett Wilson, Kyle Hamilton, Sauce Gardner is the best name without question. Kayvon Thibodeau, David Ojabo. To me, those are the best names in the draft. Philly, Mark's going to have a Philly cam rolling, so if Howie follows up as usual, don't go berserk and give him more. I know he's going to. I know he will. I'm sure he will. Say Boogie, man. Thank you for the super chat, my man. Shout out to you. Thank you so much, my man. Says Philly, I'm hoping that we trade up. I hope we take Sauce, then trade back the 18th to acquire another second round. That's what I'm talking about. Pickens late first, followed by linebacker Harris, Brisker the second. I think we still sign Badger. I like all of it. I mean, I would not be upset with any of that, with any of it whatsoever. The only thing I would say is if you get 2 second rounds, please get me David Ojabo. Get me David Ojabo at that second round, you know? That's what I would like. But Zay Boogie, man, thank you so much for super chat, man. Appreciate it. He says, Eagles are moving up for sure. Absolutely they are. I agree. And I have, for channel members, I have a mock draft coming either Monday or Tuesday and a channel membership stream. So you guys look for that this week. It's going to be a busy week. Just thinking about it, I'm getting tired. I need caffeine. There you go. A little Zevia. See that? It's the only soda I drink now. Philly 5, how do you not realize Drake London is Mike Evans too? Well, here's the thing, gentlemen, coach. When I look at Drake London and I look at Mike Evans, when I look at Mike Evans, who I thought played a better conference, I see him pull away from corners. I see separation. When I look at Drake London, what concerns me is he's always covered. I mean, he's got good hands. I'm not going to lie. But, man, he's always covered. And that worries me a little bit. That's why I would just stay away. I'm not going to say he's a trash player. He's going to be bad. I don't want to say it. I just saying that when I say his name, it's Drake London. I think it's a rapper from Canada, the city of Ontario. How can you trade up and get Sauce and still have the 18th pick to move back? Well, it depends how far you got to go. See, the price to move up this year apparently isn't as much because there's more teams wanting to trade back because the draft isn't like as super as top heavy or as maybe that's a bad word for it, but it's not. Nobody knows how this thing's going to go. Mocks are all over the place, so teams want to move back. So you could get from 15 to 10 without giving the 18th up, and then can you get to 10 to 6 without giving the 18th up? I don't see why not. You know. Yo, Philly, Kyle here. Ojabo is dropping right at 51 right now. I love it, Kyle. I mean, that would be perfect. You know what I mean? Derek Stingley is Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie at best. Don't be fooled. He barely played. Interesting. You're one of the few people that said that. I'm gonna remember that. Eagles should auction off a seat in the war room to a fan. That would be cool. I would love to be next to Howie Roseman while he's on the phone. No, get off the phone. Get off the phone. You know what I mean? I'll say this, though. I personally would like Sauce Gardner. But I think if the Eagles go in the top 10, I think they're looking for Thibodeau. That's just my opinion. Yeah, Kenzo, I agree. That's what I see. I could see London becoming a tight end and then one of the best tight ends in the league. Look, then today we're working on it. We're dropping a couple chins in the back of the neck. You know, we're getting there. Almost 300 people in here. Please hit that like, thumbs up. Thank you. Yes, hit that like, subscribe. You definitely don't want to miss this. It's a busy week here. Eagles should definitely draft Ojabo. I would love it. You know, Ojabo's burnt toast. Nah, I don't think so. I think Ojabo's got a lot to give. So what's so special about Ojabo to warrant a second, Denzel? I think that Ojabo has the upside to be the best defensive end, best pass rusher in this draft. I think he's very raw, very talented. I think he's one of the most explosive guys off the ball I've seen. And I think that with time and the right coaching and development, he could be the best pass rusher in this draft. Yeah, matter of fact, if he did not get hurt, you would hear I'd sound like easy money with Matt Corral on Ojabo. Every video would be about Ojabo. Hey, 500, good seeing you, my friend. How are you? Message from Golden Eagle says, wins up 500 and the Eagles family. Draft is getting close. We need a corner and a linebacker. Secondary was horrendous, especially at the linebacker position. You definitely need a corner. I definitely think you need a safety too. But you also need a pass rush. That pass rush will help that secondary. Trevon Walker, Garrett Wilson, Trevon Walker is like top 3 pick now, right? Like there's no chance of him. if we draft Stingley, do we have a better chance of signing the Honey Badger? I don't think it would affect it at all. I think the only guy that would affect it is if you drafted Kyle Hamilton. Yo, Philly, what's going on, my brother? Imagine the Giants take a receiver at 5. Now that would be funny. That would be funny. D Money says, I'm all out of whiskey because I lost my Trubisky. I know Philly was right to say that the Bears still stink. Thank you very much. Yo, Philly, did Corral jersey come in yet for Joey Wert? No, it hasn't come in yet. It's supposed to arrive on Thursday before the draft. He doesn't believe it. He doesn't believe I ordered him a Corral jersey. Money says, I want Stingley and Corral. I can't. Stingley, maybe. I can't see the Eagles getting Corral. So you want to spend a second on potential? Of course. Listen, the whole draft is potential. There are no locks in the second round. Well, what lock right now in the second round? You know, second round, first round. I mean, draft's a crapshoot in a lot of ways. Yeah, in the second round, I am taking a guy who is arguably a top 10 pick, talent-wise, who's coming back from an Achilles, but he's not a cornerback. He's not a secondary guy. He's a defensive lineman. Yes, exactly. Take him for potential. Yes, on potential alone, do it, I would say. Because if he pans out, Jeremiah, you're talking about the best pass rusher in his class. You know, yeah, you do it. Sometimes it pays off, man. You know, hey, look what the Sixers and Embiid. It's sure, shame about Embiid in the thumb. He's going to play through it. But nobody wanted to take him because of his foot. But he had all the potential in the world. Now he's one of the best players, if not in the league. Eagles are the best. Fly, Eagles, fly. A member for 23 months of Dingbat Superfans, man. Shout out to you, man. Thank you. Says, what happened to my wrench? I reset the whole wrench thing. But we'll get you your wrench back. Here's what we'll get you. Type something else in the chat so I can find you. Let me see if I can find you here. All right, I got you. All right. There you go. You good. You good to go, my man. I reset the whole thing because I had some more on timing everybody out. And I'm if I'm missing anything on this, if I'm missing any of your chats, I apologize. We got 322 people in here. Did not expect that many people, to be honest. It's our time, says 500. What up, bud? Hope all's well. Everything is great. Everything is great. How are you? I would take a Johnson over Ojabo. Ojabo would need 2 years to come up to speed. Well, I wouldn't play Ojabo the whole year. You know, the problem with Jermaine Johnson is you're probably going to have to trade. I mean, listen, if they trade up for Jermaine Johnson, I have no problem with that. I like Jermaine Johnson. I do. You have to trade up for him, and they get him fine. But if not, let's say you want to go defensive tackle and wide receiver with the first round, right? But in the second round, you still need another edge rusher. You still need one. Well, you got maybe the best guy, in my opinion, out there. Get him. Stingley and Jameson the first, Ojabo in the second, and Howie moves coming off injury. Howie likes second-round guys that are injured that should have been first-round picks. We've seen him do it with Sidney Jones, and we've seen him do it with Landon Dickerson, so why not? You know, that's how I feel. Extra says, I'm trying to tell you, Philly, Washington will grab Hamilton unless we trade up before him. Need Hamilton. You're right. They could totally do that. And maybe the Eagles will trade up for him, you know. Listen, I think I would have no problem with Hamilton whatsoever. Dave Edwards, man. Welcome to Dingbat Superfans, my man. Welcome to Dingbat Superfans. Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate you, man. Shout out to you. Dave Edwards, welcome to the family, my man. It's going to be a busy week for the channel membership stuff, too. Phil, you see Hurts train with AJ. He was in town for AJ Kid's birthday. I think we can make a play for him. I saw that Life with Jordan. I have a video coming about that later because not only is he working out with him, not only are they good friends, but you saw the back and forth between AJ Brown and Deebo Samuel. Deebo, I guess, leaked out, maybe by accident, but they're not going to give him what he wants. They're offering way less than $20 million, and he's probably going to want out. What a better way for Howie Roseman to show Jalen Hurts, how much, the Eagles believe in him to get him one of his friends here. That he's been working with. You know what I'm saying? That he's been working. What up, BMO? BMO Careful. What's up, my man? Forget wrench, give me ribeye steak. Hey, listen, I love ribeye steaks. You can see them training up for Stingley. The question I have is, how much do they love Stingley? That's the question, because they didn't bring him in for a visit, and that's not the end-all, be-all. But I know there are some teams worried about his medical. I love Stingley. Stingley, to me, is the second-best corner in this draft. Clark Roberts, thank you for Super Chat. He said, if we only take one player in the first, Sauce or Davis? If I had to choose, I would choose Sauce, because I think Sauce it could be the best corner in this draft, or best player, one of the best players in this draft. There will be a move for Philly. The question is, will it be up or down? How about both? See, Joseph, I'm thinking both, right? I'm thinking both. Ojabo has more potential than Johnson, but I would take either player. Johnson is a late bloomer who only has been. Yeah, I totally agree. I heard Washington loves Drake. If Washington drafts Drake, do you know how beautiful that'd be? I mean, Carson Wentz already holds the ball long enough. Takes forever for Drake London, the Toronto rapper, to get open. So I hope they do. Matt Corral and Jameson Williams will be stars of this draft. Easy money. Easy money. You're going to love me on draft night. And I'm doing it for you, buddy. I'm doing it for you. I can't see Commanders taking draft London. Isn't all that. I see Jameson. Yeah, most likely I agree with you. Zay Boogie, man, thank you so much for the super chat, my man. Appreciate you. Shout out to Zay Boogie. He says, Philly, what do you think the odds are of us having the white eagle helmet variant pair up with the Kelly Greens? Possible alternate, maybe. I don't know that they would do that. It sounds like from what Lori said that they're going with the Reggie White Cunningham days Kelly Green, one of those jerseys. But I personally would like it if they would like just update everything and go back to the white road helmets and the Kelly Green all the time. I thought that was cool. Jason says, I just want to say congrats on working with and being featured on Jacob Media. Barrett Brooks is on there too, and he does NBC postgame stuff. Keep aiming for. Thank you, Jason, man. That's nice of you, man. Yeah, Jacob Media reached out to me. They were really cool. And Dan Silly was awesome. I like the guy. He's my kind of guy. Philly 5025. It's not. We're 498.5. 498. Do you think we could get Ojabo in the third? Also, Philly passed up on Edmonds. That means we are getting the Badger. I never knew that they were even interested in Edmonds. I think Ojabo's going a second. But if he's in the third, they definitely have to get him. I'm thinking you use one of those third-round picks and you move back up. I'm thinking Booth, Reed, thinking Arby's. Arby. Now you get me hungry. Life is good, man. You know, it is what it is. Drake London will be a bust. Please don't get him. Contested catch wide receiver equals no separation running routes. I agree with you. I'm in 100% agreement. And I'm sorry if I'm missing some of these. They're going quick. I apologize. I gotta put on slow mode sometimes. I'm always thinking I'll have about 150 to 200. Sean says, stop trading up talks. Stop the trading up talks? Why? Why would I do that? 2022 is not top heavy, but better overall quality up to the middle rounds. Do not sacrifice that second and those third rounders. 2023 will be a draft to trade up. I respect what you're saying, but I have to talk about it because I believe it's going to happen. See, what I believe the Eagles are going to do is they may not trade up to 10 to 6. It may be 2 spots, but I think they're trading up. But I also think they're trading back. I think they can recoup all their picks of trading up by trading back at 18. I'm sorry. I really believe that's going to happen. I have to talk about it. This is just a thought, Philly. What if we trade up for Garrett Wilson, jump ahead of Atlanta? Remember, Wilson told Howie and Nicky, I would love Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson or Jameson Williams, I would be really happy with. I mean, there's a lot of guys I would, but, you know. I'm hoping that we don't take Wyatt. He will be 30 years old by the time he's rookie. Is he that? How old is he? How old is he? Anthony Perry, my man, what's going on? You think? I think there's a good chance Matthew lands with the Eagles, but it won't be until after the draft. Drew, what's going on, man? How are you? Would you trade the 18th pick and a third round for A.J. Brown? Done. In a second. I believe in doing that, man. Yeah, I do. I mean, you got to help your team at some point this year, right? For next year. Junior says, I love you. I love you too. All the Badgers' recent tweets only had green heart. I've noticed that. Family Adventure says, I didn't read your chat. I didn't see it, my friend. This one is the first comment. Type it back in and I'll look for it. I didn't see it, my friend. And I apologize. You heard the Commanders love Drake. That's what we want. Can you imagine how much longer Carson's going to have to hold the ball for? That would be great. Job Rivers, what's going on? Would trade 18. I would trade up. I would trade for him. Liquid man, thank you for joining. Dingbat Superfans. Liquid, welcome to Dingbat Superfans, my man. Shout out to you. Thank you for joining. Appreciate you, man. Let's see. Wyatt is 24, 25. Wow. So he's older than I thought. I prefer Jordan Davis, but I'll take either one. Clark Roberts says, wide receiver, defensive line, first round pick. Defensive line. Wyatt is 24. Oh, that ain't too bad. I like Stingley too. I like Stingley. McDuffie fits our zone scheme. The best great athlete can play inside, outside. Jarrett Alexander 2.0. I'm not. McDuffie isn't my favorite of the corners, but I will say this: I think that I have PTSD from Sidney Jones, and I don't even want to draft a corner on that team. I think that has a lot to do with it, man. So I don't hate him. There's guy I really like Booth better. I like Elam better. Our Gravy Man says Philly 40K. Hopefully we get there soon. Yeah. Devin Lloyd will make us look like a new team. He's a diamond in the rough year. I like Lloyd. I just can't see the Eagles taking a linebacker in round one. That would be a linebacker in round one would be the first time since 1979. 1979, I was 4 years old. So that's a long time, you know. But maybe they're overdue, right? Rocha raid. Oh, my man, Rocha. Rocha streaming NBA. Shout out to Rocha. I love Rocha. And drop his link so people could go sub him up. Giving me a Rocha raid. Oh, you guys are too nice. Thank you so much. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to Rocha, man. Rocha's my guy. Him, Sports Fury, I love those guys. I take Booth and Elam over McDuffie. McDuffie doesn't have the Eagles' name. I agree with you. Rocha raid. Very cool. Shout out to Rocha. If somebody drop Rocha's link in the chat so people go sum up. If Howie watches Dance Hill, he's definitely subbed to Philly 500. You know it. I know Howie. I know Howie. He's gotta know what I say. He's gotta have heard it, right? Josh says 79, I was 21. Damn. We're old. We are old. Rocha raid. Shout out to Rocha, man. Philly 500, Malik Willis, Rocha raid. I like Malik Willis. Rocha raid. Shout out to Rocha. Tell Rocha we want Debo Samuel. I need Debo. Trade for Hamilton. Trade back for Dodson. I don't mind that at all. I am old. I am very old. I like Leo Chanel. Definitely. Rocha rate. Rocha. Somebody drop his link. I'll drop it. Let me look for it. Oh, hold on. Rocha, shout out to Rocha Entertainment. All right, if you guys aren't subbed, go sub up this man. He's great. You won't be disappointed. My man Rocha Entertainment. Saw him up right there. 1979, you were 9 years old. Man, we're old. I was 5 years old. 4 years old. 4 years old. Anthony Perry says Christian Harris in round 2. Yeah, I've been eyeing Christian Harris all along. I would love it. No doubt. Bobby says, double moonwalking on them at the draft. We know we're double moonwalking. Yes. Anthony Perry, I love Ojabo if we get him second round. I do too, man. I do too. Dax Hill is a 2-for-1 kind. I really like him too. He may be my second favorite safety in this draft. You got it wrong 500. I was negative. Oh, negative 21. Oh, man. Yeah, you were minus 21. Jeez. Family Venture Family says, I think we're going after quarterback this draft. Our coaches, staff know we need good quarterback to have success, and they know Jalen Hurts is not the guy. What do you think? They've been trying to get quarterback. I think they want a quarterback too. I don't know that they want it in this draft. I think the next 2 drafts they're going to draft a quarterback. And the reason I say that is because if you look at what they've done this offseason, they really haven't invested in Hurts and invested in building around them. And so to me, that's why I think you may be right. You need Randall Cunningham to come out of retirement with Harold Corp. Oh, man, I would love Randall. Joe, when are you posted for 7th round? I don't know. I'm kind of mocked out. Like, I feel like everybody's kind of mocked out. Nobody wants to see me do one. Junior says, it's my birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday, man. Happy birthday. Come by tomorrow when I'm streaming, and I'll give you a happy birthday. If we could get Salsa Williams, it's a wrap. I would love it. Yeah. If they Minshew, they would have to draft one. I don't think they're moving Minshew because he's only $900,000 for them next year. You know? Easy Money says round 1, Matt Corral, next star quarterback. Booth, round 2. Christian Harris. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Corral, next star quarterback, and then Booth in round 1. Round 2, Christian Harris. I like it. Honey Badger signs after the draft with, we have generational arm talent in Matt Corral. You're going to love them, the Joey Shakes Matt Corral jerseys. 500, what time are you and Joey starting to stream? I don't know yet. We have to figure it out. I have to figure out what time I can get home. I would assume at least a half hour, 20, if not longer beforehand. But it's probably going to start a little early. You know, because I think there's probably going to be a lot of things going on. A lot of teams trying to make trades and stuff. You know what I'm saying? You the man. Oh, no, thank you, the man. Thank you, buddy. Philly, what you were saying to Joe yesterday about how he getting Corral is really making me think we might do it in round 2 if he's there. Well, my only thing is this. This is what I'm saying. I'm saying I don't believe that there's a lot of smoke screens on this year's list because a lot of them make sense. Now, maybe there's a guy that they like that they didn't bring in, but why did they bring Matt Corral in for a visit? Like they brought him in for a visit. I think if he's somewhere like 2nd or 3rd round, I'm not saying it will happen, but it wouldn't surprise me. You know? Philly, help me, man. I got the virus. All I've been doing is watching Denzel these past days straight. I'm glad that I can help you, man. Take a lot of zinc. Take some zinc. It'll start working. It'll help you, man. I hope you're feeling good, though. I hope it's not too bad. Mustache Minshew remains. I think so. Minshew is worth something to someone else. I think so too. I'll trade him for a 3rd round pick. I'll trade him for. They've met with Corral. They haven't met with Corral 5 times. He came in 1 time. What do you mean? And I think we're going Jameson Williams. He's my favorite receiver in this draft. So I'm totally okay with that. John Mears says, you're the best Eagles channel. And thank you, man. I appreciate that, John Mears. Thank you. Love Jordan Davis, but I'm scared of his weight. It's important he stay in shape. Well, yeah, that's what I worry about a little bit too, is his weight. Like in 2-3 years, is it gonna become an issue? He can't be 360, you know. We need him to stay at 340, maybe even go to 330 or something like that. I think we might take Corral third if he third round drop. It would not surprise me. Look, it would not surprise me that in the next 2 years, if there's a guy in the second or third that they like, they take him in both years. You know, AJ Brown to Philly, Jalen Hurts best. Listen, I've got a video on AJ Brown coming later today. So you know, I'm all for AJ Brown, and I think AJ Brown. If the Eagles were to trade for AJ Brown, I would say the Eagles believe 100% in Jalen Hurts because they went out and invested in one of his friends. You know, this draft is very crucial, no question. Jordan Davis can't wrestle. I don't think he's the best pass rushing defensive tackle, but man, he's gonna clog up the middle and open up things for everybody else. Christian Lopez, man, thank you so much for super chat. Sup, King Dingbat. Hey, you look just like Denzel Washington. I know, right? I do. I look like Denzel Washington. I don't think Sauce will be there at 10. Stingley or Jamo, though, I do think they will be. I think Jameson Williams will be there. I also think Stingley will be there. I agree. 10, he wouldn't be. But if it's true that the Eagles are going to make a deal with the Jets, and I don't know the validity of this rumor, but let's say they trade with the Jets 3-4 days before the draft. I think that if they did that, they're trying to go trade up again. Remember, Howie has done this before. He traded up one time in the first round to like 8, and then went up 2-2 and got Carson. Could do it again. Jade is young. What's going on, man? And Christian Lopez, thank you for super chat. 500. What if keeping Minshew is just keeping him for the draft ammo to move up? Yeah, I mean, that could be, but you do know the Eagles, I mean, they love backup quarterbacks. They love a decent backup. So who would be the backup then? 500, you're all going to have to call in on your stream Thursday. That would be cool if you do. Yeah, I could talk to Joey about that. Maybe we can do that a little bit here and there. Well, I'll talk to him about it. I think that may be a good idea, Jolo. Eagles quarterback coach has met with him 3 times since 2020 season ended. Corral has been on the NovaCare Center twice. 5, wow. I believe you. Jameson Williams and Stingley, the both first talk about how he. I wonder what the Eagles think of Stingley. He has not been in for a visit. Now, what if they brought in Sauce Gardner to throw everybody off about Stingley? I guess it's possible, you know. I like Devin Lloyd. I just can't see the Eagles taking a linebacker. People who say the Eagles shouldn't take Davis because his pass rush skills, just remember he has Cox and Brandon Graham to learn from. I think that a guy that athletic, that big, that talented, I just think the upside's so great that you got to take a chance on him. I mean, you're going to need 2 defensive tackles next year. Trade 18 in regular for 10, hell yeah. Oh, of course, in a second. We need a defensive end, absolutely. Cornerback, absolutely. Linebacker, our first round. We can get wide receiver, defensive tackle, second or third. Thing is this. I don't believe the Eagles will take a linebacker in the first. So I think that they just never do that. I think wide receivers, they're saying 7 to 8 receivers in the first round. They can get a receiver in a second. I agree. They could get a defensive tackle. Yeah, I don't disagree. But we can't worry about it like you can't worry about the first round like, all right, we're going to skip this position. We're going to skip defensive tackle because we could get that later. I think that you got to get the best player on your board. So if that best player is Jordan Davis, take him. You know, be true to your board, you know. I got Michael, LB's going to be coming on Tuesday. He's coming on my channel Tuesday. I just talked to him today. So Tuesday I'll have LB on. Wednesday I'll have Mark Holmes on for a little Eagles-Cowboys war. We need Dak Prescott for what? I want Gardner and Jordan Davis, but I don't think they're going to get. I think Jordan Davis. Like if you said to me, Philly, who's the guy that you most likely think the Eagles get in round 1? I'm going to say Jordan Davis. Chris Olave will be the best wide receiver in the draft. Mark my words. He's my 3rd best receiver. I have no issues with you there. I like him. Even we don't know if Matt Crowell's elite yet. No, we don't know. I'm tired of hearing about when we haven't drafted linebacker 679. When clearly Marcus Smith eludes the brains of many because he was about. No, because he's not he wasn't drafted. He was drafted as a defensive end. He was drafted as a 4-3. He was drafted as an edge rusher. He was drafted as an edge rusher, not a typical 4-3 linebacker. He was drafted to rush the passer. So I don't consider him a linebacker. I consider a linebacker like Seth Joyner or Byron Evans, William Thomas, Ray Lewis. I'm talking more prototypical linebacker. I'm not talking about an edge rusher. Because the edge rusher in a 3-4, it's basically a 4-3 defensive end. 500, what up? Do you think we have to move up to get Jordan Davis? Yes, I think you do. I don't think you have to go many. I think maybe 11 or 12 you can get them. But I think you might have to. I would be upset if the Eagles draft Davis, but I wouldn't trade up for him. I don't know if he has that drive to be great. He hasn't proven himself as a pass rusher. I would take a chance on him. I would. So if we get the 10th pick, who we getting? That's the question. I'm going to tell you what. If the Eagles get the 10th pick before the draft starts, they're looking at trading up to 6. That's what I truly believe. And I'm going to say that it's Kayvon Thibodeau. Thibodeau or Sauce. Don't give up on Hurts yet. May shock everyone this year. No, I wouldn't give up on him. I would get him help. That's what I would do. Like, get him real help, Brandon Graham wants a linebacker in the first round, but it's not likely. No, and he even knew that too. But they do. They need that guy. 500, you see Hurts working out. Yeah, I have a video coming on it because I have a lot to say about the A.J. Brown situation. And I think that the A.J. Brown situation would go a long way in proving that the Eagles really believe in Hurts. Brady had no potential. Now you have 7 rings. Yeah, you never know. Listen, the draft is a crapshoot. We all have our opinions, and we all think this guy's going to be good, that guy's going to be good. It's a crapshoot. So when can we buy our Dingbat's Grace album? I have to get it on iTunes. I'll work on it. As soon as we get through the draft, then things start to slow down like mid-May and June. Then I can start working on all my new intros for the upcoming year. I got Mark Holmes' Bad Dog Part 2. I got to get my studio all set up. So that stuff will come once we get through this. Davis will be there at 15. Then I'm taking him. I'm most likely taking him. Matt Corral has a stronger arm than the number 1 pick, Trevor Lawrence. Nike Long doesn't even know. Corral also has the quickest release in the NFL. All elite quarterbacks now we are drafted round 1. Easy to spot stars unlike 2000. You are the man. Man, you got to be related to Matt Corral. Right? Easy Money has to be related to him. Troy Grisman, thank you so much for the super chat. He says, did you see Pickens was in a car accident this morning and the driver was arrested? I did not, but was he okay? I mean, if the driver was arrested, as long as he wasn't arrested, that's not on him. But was he injured? That would be bad. And thank you, Troy, for the super chat. Jaquan Brisker is a B safety. Oh, yeah. I like him in the second round. I like him. I think we need to take a wide receiver and a corner in the first. I mean, I'm not opposed to it. Chaos the Filthy says, what's up, my guy, Philly Fight? What's going on, my man? How are you? Would love to get Devin Lloyd, but more likely pick is Muma or Brandon Smith. Yeah, I could see something. I mean, they brought Christian Harrison for a visit. And I think a guy like Christian Harrison, second round, is exactly what the Eagles would do. Philly Stingley is a cornerback with injuries. They love him. I don't know. I don't know if the Eagles love him or not. I don't know. I honestly don't. Your mug will be, I have to get your mug reordered. There was some problems with the shipping. But you're going to love your mug. Oh, boy. You ain't going to be able to stop looking at it. I wish my wife and girlfriend liked me as much as Easy Money like Corral. I know, right? Corral for president. Money likes him. Brady was drafted low. That's what you people said he had no potential. After a year and a half starting, people didn't have to still question if he was a starter. No, I mean, but Brady's hard to come by. That doesn't happen much, The brothers screwed us. We got it all lined up. When people are ready for it, I'll give you a little Mark Holmes' son meltdown. 500. I've been saying this ever since the Eagles started scouting Corral. It's all public. Elite quarterbacks run the league. That's true. Corral has every trait in today's NFL quarterback. So, money. You think they're going to get him? Like, do you think they take him in the first, or you think they're going to target? Where do you think the Eagles' target for Matt Corral is? Kenny says he thinks we get Olave and a defensive back. That's interesting. I mean, I'm okay with that. I like Chris Olave. Billy Bob says AJ Brown will make our offense top 5 even with Hurts noodle arm. To me, that would be the ultimate show that the Eagles believe in Jalen Hurts. There would be no questioning for me anymore. You know, I think they should do it if it's possible. If Sauce was run by wide receiver, would he be barbecue sauce? I guess he could be. It would all depend on his mindset, you know. I want Stingley and James Williamson in the first round. Winfrey and Ojabo in the second. I like it. We'll get another second round pick. I mean, yeah, that's beautiful. To the chat, name the Rams and Chiefs starting linebackers without looking them up. Interesting. I assume the point you're making is that you don't need linebackers. If Davis and Jameson Williams is there at 15, I'm taking JMO. Okay. I can risk the Saints Chargers grabbing JMO for 18. I have no problem with that. If they think that that's the case, I have no problem with that at all. I am trying to catch up to these. These are going fast. If I'm missing your comments, I apologize. It's going very fast in here. We got way more people than I thought. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. We will be streaming every minute of the draft. Me and Joe Shakes. It's going to be fun. And we got a busy week. I got LB coming on Tuesday. I got Mark Holmes coming on Wednesday. And I haven't figured out what I'm doing for tomorrow yet. How mad would you be if Washington football team drafts Jameson Williams for Wentz? I'm telling you, that would be scary good for Wentz. I would say I would have to give respect to Washington there because I think it would be a good pick. I don't have a prediction, but I have a friend in the draft. So I'm just hoping he doesn't go to Dallas. Sean. Oh, you told Sean. That's cool though. Denzel, I'm doing good, alumni. How are you? Chris, Rock the Artist, my man. What's up? He says Jameson Williams, Chris Olave, Garrett Wilson, Traylon Burks. We have to get one of those dudes or picks. Agree. I totally agree with you. If we trade up, I want Stingley, then a defensive tackle or defensive end. Pickens, then off the ball, linebacker. Then let's go safety. Then Pierre. Man, I can't complain with any of that. You know what I mean? Trust in Jalen. He the truth, says Aaron. I hope that the Eagles trust in him and get him some help. You know what I'm saying? Get my man some help. Phil, you're my hero. Oh, no. You're my hero, man. Dion says, if we get Matt Corral, he sucks easy. May have to come to Dallas or a Lions fan. If we get Matt Corral, I'm going to get blamed for it. I'm telling you right now, I'm going to get blamed for it because of the jerseys. I will be blamed for it because I got Joey Shakes a Matt Corral jersey. Unspoken words, you should be in the Eagles draft room with Howie next week. Yes, get unspoken words in there. For your information, 500, to absorb the zinc vitamin, higher acids help, like apple cider vinegar in water, else zinc is some. Yeah, you're right. I saw that. There's something I take with my zinc. I forget what it's called, but it's supposed to absorb it. You're right. Good point, cryptologist. Well, what's up? Where's my Sheba going to explode, man? Fly Eagles 39 says, I don't think the defensive end getting drafted high this year with Riddick and Barnett signing. Well, Barnett's useless. I mean, he stinks. You're going to lose possibly Brandon Graham, Derek Barnett next year. I don't think it's as dire of a need as is defensive tackle, but I would like to do it, you know. This is what Easy Money says. Matt Corral next door. Are you related to Matt Corral? That's what I want to know. Are you related to him? Rufus Rogers says, and thank you for Super Chat, man. Shout out to you. Says, Davis is the scariest player in the draft. As a two-gap, who wasn't the guy being doubled. Wyatt took the doubles to make him able to blow up and run. Jordan Davis is probably the biggest feast or famine draft pick. He has the biggest bust and success potential. He could be a dominant defensive tackle. He could be a bust, especially if he can't keep his weight. if he can't keep his weight down. You've been pizzled bubble. Yes, I was just on with Pizzle the other day. Alumni says, I'm good, Philly. Thanks for asking. I'm hoping we get Kyle or Sauce for Jordan Davis. I like it. As a Bears fan, you are so great. Can't wait for the... Thank you, Justin Fields is my quarterback. Thank you for being here. And if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. And like I said, this is going to be a busy week. Going to have a lot of guests on. LB on Tuesday and Mark Holmes on Wednesday. And when Mark Holmes is on, we're gonna ask him about this. We're gonna let him listen to this and tell us what he thinks.
Not time for one more play.
The officials are bad.
We had one.
Yo, you gotta be motherfucking kidding.
You gotta be kidding me. We have no time for one more play.
Look at this motherfucker
What are you doing?
running from
What are you doing?
To get off the field on third down.
What was that bullshit?
That is not right.
Tell him more. He's got to be better, man. He wasn't.
Oh, that's some bullshit. What was that? We had enough time for one more
He
play.
had an opportunity to win that game at the end.
But the referee screwed us.
Away, but, this is just
The brother screwed us.
I'm upset, but
The brother screwed
it
us.
is, man.
At least they fought back and tried.
Only Cowboys games.
Yeah, you
The brother
literally.
screwed us. The brother screwed us.
Gotta love it. You gotta love it. It's gonna be awesome. How is he gonna respond to that? That's what I want to know. The brothers screwed us. And Mark, at least they tried. I know. The ultimate failure. It's interesting that I watch all the NFC content creators and I hate the Eagles. Hey, but you like us. That's all that matters, right? Big crybaby. Oh, yeah. Greatest meltdown in the history of meltdowns was there. That was it. How he drafts a quarterback in the first round, we will all break our HD TVs. We might be right. I do not want a quarterback. I'm not related to Corral. Laughing my ass off. I'm familiar with CJ, Corral, Bryce, all LA gunslingers. I've seen them all for over 5 years. Corral has the strongest arm of three. Easily be the best three. Do you think the Eagles are going to take him easy money? Like, do you think they would take him the first? I'm pumped. I'm so jacked up for Thursday. I can't pause. I can't wait. This is a year to go defense. You need a safety, defensive end, cornerback, defensive side. You need a lot of help on defense. I agree. Question I have now is it sounds like 7 or 8 wide receivers are coming off the board in this draft in the first round. I might have to take a receiver to assure myself I get one. Gentlemen of culture says plot twist: Howie drafts Evan Neal and Ty Linderbaum with the first 2 picks, solidifying us for having the best O-line in the league for years to come. Yeah, but he would have to trade way up to get Neal. Eagles probably will trade up to 10 with the Jets if Stingley is on the board. I think the Jets are going Sauce Gardner at 4. Probably will trade pick A3 and a 4th and a 5th next year. Probably will need to trade A3. So what? Like, are we going to trade the 15th pick or the 18th pick, along with the 83 and a 4th and a 5th? Because if I could trade the 18th pick and keep the 15th pick, I would much rather do that. This ain't the draft for all-pro talent 2013 all over again. Perhaps, a lot of times you get that. People say, this is the best draft class for this coming out, or this is the best draft class for that. And then it turns out it wasn't. So we just don't know. Let me see. I'm trying to catch up. I don't think Howie's trade up because he wants to keep all the picks and add more trading back. You could be right. You could be right. I think he's going up, and I think he's going back. Trade the 15th, 8th, 4th, and 5th next year. If we could do that, what would it cost if I did the 18th, 83, and maybe a 4th next year and a 4th this year? How about that? A.J. Brown is coming. I hope, Philly Sports says. Well, guess what? I've got a literal video coming on that later tonight. So I have a video on A.J. Brown tonight because I got some things I got to say about that. Why should Howie spend $20 million on a wide receiver when Devontae Smith is open every single play and Hurts doesn't get him the football? Yeah, I mean, listen, what you're saying is kind of what I think the Eagles are thinking. I think the Eagles don't believe in Hurts because that's what you're basically saying, and they're not going to go out and spend stuff until they get the quarterback they want. It seems like that's what they're doing. However, I think that's misguided because you're playing a guy. You got to let him see if he can develop. Maybe he can become a great quarterback. Get him help and give him a fair shake. That's all I'm saying, you know. Joey Shakes dropped an A.J. Brown video 20 minutes ago. Did he? That's cool. I filmed it before I came on here, but I haven't edited it yet. I've got to edit it. I've got to edit it still. So it'll be out later tonight. But I recorded it before I came on the stream. They're going to sauce because they don't want the Giants to get them. I'm shaking my head. They're going to Giants dirty again. We're going to definitely do the Giants dirty. I think that could happen. That would be so funny if we drafted Sauce Gardner over the Giants. Best player available for corner and wide receiver. Yeah, I have no problem with that, LT. And I would say that's, to me, it'd be Sauce and Jameson Williams. Eagles need guard. I agree with you. You want Dotson? I like Dotson a lot. You think the Eagles could trade 15 and 18 to the Jets for 4 and a second rounder? I don't know if they could do a 4 and a second rounder, but that's probably what it would cost to get to 4. Do I think they'll do that? I don't think so. I don't think they will, but you never know. Michael, he says, yo, 500 been sub since 2017. Could I get a wrench? Second, where's white Denzel shirt for sale? I know. I got to get a white Denzel shirt. I got to do it, man. I definitely have to do it. Let me see here about the wrench. Where are you at, Michael? We don't time people out here, though. We don't time people. We don't time people. We don't hire them unless they have no. We have no choice. Danny, what's going on, man? He says 500. Hey, Philly, looking forward to the draft. I hope they get a defensive lineman and someone in the secondary. Me too. It's going to be interesting. Giants pick offensive lineman at 5, then we jump. Exactly. At 6, we jump, and we still Sauce Gardner from them. That'd be so funny. I feel like I got multiple personalities fighting with myself every day to trust Howie, but I don't trust Howie. Shut up, voices. I don't trust Howie. I fully admit I don't trust him drafting. But I only hope for the best. It's all I can do. It's all I can do. Jets not trading 4, but they'll trade 10. Agreed. If Howie screws up this draft and gave himself an extension, I'm going to lose my mind. Me too. Where's the swamp rat? Where's the swamp rat? Where's the swamp rat? You've been pizzled double moonwalk cause the Giants always stink. Thank you very much. CJ Stroud and Bryce Young are the only elite options in 2023. CJ and Bryce are going top 2 in 2023. Worst 2 records this year get CJ and Bryce, and that's not gonna be us. Outside of a quarterback in the first round, which players would make you scream fire Howie in this draft? It would be Drake London. It would be Drake London, the Canadian rapper from Toronto. I think that pick would piss me off. That pick would piss me off. And then if it's a player at a position that's not supposed to go like to the 3rd or 4th round that they take a high flyer on, that would kill me, you know. Why do people say we need guards when we have Elliott Dickerson, Herbig, and Sayamalu to play on the right? Because I'm not a big Sayamalu guy. I'm okay on Herbig. But Sayamalu is good against run blocking. I don't like him in pass blocking. So that's why. That's why I would say it. I still think you could upgrade the offensive line. Rufus Rogers, man, thank you so much for Super Chat. Says, what elite quarterback has ever had to prove himself going into year 3? If he was great, we would already know. Build a D, get a quarterback, and a wide receiver next year. Interesting. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think of was Josh Allen took 3 years before he really got going, right? I see. I know what you're saying. I hear you. I don't look at like going into year 3 though. I'd say going to year 2 because he's only his second year, you know. But Rufus, man, thank you, Rufus, for the super chat, man. Appreciate you so much, man. Thank you. Lindenbaum and McBuffy. I got it. Eli Manning's face. That's it. Drake London will piss me off too because I don't think he can. I don't think he's fast enough in the NFL. Can't wait to see our brand new rookie running back. But then we'll have 5. You think we're going to draft a running back? I think we'll draft a running back in the mid rounds. Jets rumored trade 10th to the 49ers for Debo. I heard that. I heard the Jets are offered the 49ers the 10th. I also heard the Eagles and Jets are talking trade. If the Eagles trade with the Jets, I expect Stingley to be the pick. You might be right. I'm going to say if they trade with the Jets before the draft at 10, they're going to trade that 10th pick and go up to 6. And that's their plan. And I think it's for 2 guys. 1, Sauce Gardner, or 2, Kayvon Thibodeau. You always want to upgrade that. I'm a big believer that why not make your strengths better? Why not have the more depth at the offensive line, the better your offensive line, the better everything else is. So I'm always a believer that you should take some offensive linemen. Mark G says, Howie better not draft Ojabo. Nah, yeah, I would not want Ojabo round 1. I would think that's way too early. Sixers season done with Joel's injury? No, of course not. I mean, I think Joel has a chance to be legendary. If he can get them to the finals and play on that thing the whole time, he'll go down in history. You mean Trent McBusty? I like it. You think Garrett Wilson or Olave? I like both of them. If you want top 2 corners, both going to top 10. Yeah, I think so. I think, but I'm here in Seattle. Doesn't Seattle apparently they love Stingley. Wingman says, we need young trench players, not feeling that shiny wide receiver defensive back make our team better. I think that you're right. I think they're going. That's why I think they're going. If you said, Philly, what are they going to do? I think they're going defensive line with the first pick. And I think they might go receiver with the other first, only because so many receivers are going in round 2. But you definitely have to upgrade that defensive line. White rerun for the draft? No question about it. Let's do it. I hope we're going to have White rerun out there, you know? People are sleeping on Treylon Burks after his bad combine. He has the potential to be a game breaker. I don't want us to trade. Stay put and get Hamilton, McDuffie, or Davis and Burks. I like Treylon Burks. Treylon Burks is – I'm perfectly happy if we get Treylon Burks. McDuffie, I'm not really interested in, and Hamilton I like. Had A.J. Brown in fantasy, and when he said, "Oh, he's a beast," I got an A.J. Brown video coming later tonight. NFL will play 2 afternoon games and a primetime contest on Christmas Day for the first time, and I hope that it's not Philly. I hope it's not the Eagles, because if it's the Eagles on Christmas Day, I may not stream that game. Literally, you do not mess with Philly 500 on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. That's it. I don't work. I don't do shit. 500 over the last decade, 33 wide receivers have been in Pro Bowl selection or made first team All-Pro. Nearly 60% of those were not selected in the first round. It's interesting, but the thing is one, look at Howie Roseman's track record on drafting wide receivers. It's not good. So do you expect him to pick the 12th, 13th, 14th best wide receiver and find the gem? I don't. And if 7 or 8 going in the first round, it just may be a numbers game at that point. You know, out of all the receivers in this draft, how many are, franchise changing wide receivers? How much are number 1 receivers? I bet you out of all those guys, maybe you get 2 or 3. I think the best combo of size, speed, hands, in the draft is Pickens, followed closely by Pierce, and they both could be available. Andrew, I've said this before. I think that if I look at like who I think would be the perfect fit, and I like Jameson Williams and I like Garrett Wilson more, but I think the perfect fit next, the opposite of Devontae Smith is George Pickens, because he's 6'3", but he like unlike Drake London, he literally gets open, and he's got a little bit of like an attitude. I like it. He gets in fights and stuff. JT 56 is for the fact that you don't like London makes me feel like we need to get him. Get him at your own risk. I'm glad I make you feel like that, but you're definitely missing out on what I'm saying. You will be the most disappointed person in the world. 500. What if Howie takes Dotson at 18? I really like him. Game break speed after catch. He could. I just don't think at 18. Like if you want to get Dotson, if you want Dotson, trade back and get him. Get the extra pick. You know, that's what I would do if it was me. I don't want any. I listen to these scouts and these guys and they're talking about how great Drake London, and I'm like, every play he gets the ball, he's covered. He cannot get open. AJ Brown, Jalen Hurts working out together. Yeah, I know they're working out together, and the Titans aren't paying them. So I mean, dude, why not? Superstar wide receivers are overrated. They don't win Super Bowls. Jerry Rice won a lot of Super Bowls. I don't know that I believe that. Get Ojabo and get rid of Reagor. I'm down with that. Even though I'm not the biggest Jalen Hurts fan, I think it's a perfect fit in Philly because Hurts is an underdog. Yeah, I like the underdog thing. I just wish that we would do some things to get him more help. I still think you need to upgrade your running game. And I still think you need another wide receiver. Really, you need two. And they need to use Quez Watkins more. I think Quez Watkins is going to have a big year this year. The draft is exciting, but it's the young guys we have now. Interested in seeing them grow like Quez and Milton. There you go, Quez and Milton. I think Quez has a big year. I think Quez got a big year coming. Kalen Jenkins says, Traylon Burks give me Alshon vibes. He'd be great next. I like Traylon Burks. I do. Like his 40 time wasn't good. Okay, like when somebody runs a good 40 time, the thing to do is go back and watch them in game situations. If they run a real fast 40, but they look slow on the field, it may not match up. His is the opposite. He looks much faster on the field than he ran a 40. Some guys just don't run good 40s. So I'm not worried about him. The guy that I'm worried about speed-wise is London. Olave is potential bust and is highly overrated in my opinion. In the biggest game of the year, Michigan versus OSU, Olave was exposed and locked down by Michigan, Vincent Gray. Gray is projected 7th round. Interesting. I have Garrett Wilson over him. The Nets have ruled Ben Simmons out game 4. That guy's a joke. He is. Yeah. I watched USC all year. Drake London wasn't even a standout wide receiver. What is my top 5 wide receivers rankings? That's a good question. I would say Jameson Williams 1, Garrett Wilson 2, Chris Olave 3, 4 would be George Pickens, and then I would say 5 would be Traylon Burks. That'd probably be mine off the top of my head. I reserve the right to switch that though. I will walk into Howie's office and kick him in the balls for every draft pick. Get your foot ready then. Just tuning in. This is a big draft year. Most picks we've had in half a day. It's a big draft, Ryan. It's going to be big time. And I will be streaming every second of it. So make sure if you guys haven't to like, subscribe. Appreciate each and every one of you guys being here. If we don't get someone good in the first 3 rounds, I will. Me too. The question is when you know people don't want somebody, then they take them, then everybody talks themselves into it. I don't want to do that. I want Stingley or Garner and Pickens. I like it. Family Venture says you don't read mine. I did read yours. What do you mean? It's very we got almost 400 people in this chat. I cannot keep up with it. It's going very fast. If I missed your comments, I've missed anybody's comments. It's not on purpose. I don't see them unless it's like highlighted or something. I won't see it, but I'm doing my best, and I apologize. When McFluffy or Drake drag ass get picked, I'll skip the rest of the draft. We're not picking them. They could pick. Did McDuffie visit? Just did the NFL draft calculator. It would take picks 15 first round, 83 third, 124 to get to 10. That's not bad. I mean, that's not bad at all. What's the calculator say money on 18? What would it have to do to make it 18 instead of 15? Dwayne says, I think George Pickens. I do too. He gives me T. Higgins vibes. For your information on Drake London, played just 7 games this season, had at least 9 catches in every game. He knows how to get open. Just thought. I've never seen him open. I see a lot of contested catches. Like I said, he's got really good hands. He can catch, but he's never open. I think that one day he converts to tight end and maybe becomes a very good tight end. The Eagles want to convert him to tight end. All right, let's do that. Let's do that. Let me see here. Broderick, man, welcome to Dingbat Nation, my friend. Welcome to Dingbat Nation. Thank you for joining. We've got a lot of Dingbat Nation activity coming this week, including a live stream for channel members and a mock draft. So thank you for joining, man. Shout out to you. Philly Badass, my man, what's going on? How are you? He says we need Matt Corral. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Maybe. Only Easy Money knows. I can't say it. Matt Corral. You're killing me, brainwashing me, Easy Money, and this Matt Corral stuff. Ben says, Traylon Burks gives me fast J-Jaw vibes. Just watch his routes and his toolbox is limited. Great top end speed, slow acceleration, direction change. I like him. J-Jaw can't catch you. He's a much better catcher. Pickens gives you Des Bryant, tough and scrappy. Interesting. I like watch. I watch all the George Pickens fights and stuff, him scrapping, dude. I like him. I'm set on Hurts being the future because he's still young and showing promising playmaker skills despite a few of his many mistakes. I think he can because he's a great tier quarterback. You might be right. I just hope that the Eagles give him every opportunity to do that. Tavares Jones is in the house. There he is. Now everything can begin. Tavares is here. What's up, Philly? Are you going to send Joey the crowd? I sent it. He doesn't believe me. I sent him a Matt Corral jersey. He's going to get a Matt Corral jersey on Thursday before the draft. He's going to be shocked. We need Pickens. If they get Pickens, I have no problem with that at all. Burks is the perfect mix between I don't know if he's as fast as those guys, but I like Burks. The Giants are taking Malik Willis at 5. What, Chris Scott? At 7, Evan Neal. Sauce will be going at 4 to the Jets. Stingley will be there. You think the Giants are going to take Malik Willis? Oh my gosh. Get your recording ready because Bad Dog will probably lose his mind. I would have a hard time believing that. If we could draft 2 players, I think we should get Kyle Hamilton and Sauce Gardner in the first round, Ojabo in second, and sign wide receiver in free agency. The question is are there any receivers left? You know what I mean? That's the whole question. George Pickens spraying war on other team players. I think I kind of like the attitude. Like, I like it, I'm just saying. See, I'm not going to disrespect London because of his speed, but his competition is iffy to me. I think his jump ball skills is why he's being viewed so. Yeah, he has good jump ball skills. He's got good hands. I don't want to like destroy the guy. I just don't want him for us. I just think they're better fits, Rufus Rogers, my man, thank you so much, and welcome to Dingbat Superfans, man. Thank you so much for joining, man. Shout out to you, appreciate you, man. Thank you for joining. You are the man. Alberto says, 500, you think the Sixers win tomorrow? We can beat the Heat? Yeah. Yes and yes. I think they win tomorrow, and I think they can beat the Heat. I think they can. I think we're going after quarterback, and I think it'll be Kenny Pickett. Interesting. What do you think? It's Howie Vision, and we all just living in it. That's true. If Howie can trade a couple picks up to get Kenny Pickett, that would really be shot. That would probably piss me. I would probably flip out. I'd probably flip out. Unless John Doe's going to give me $500 to promote Kenny Pickett, like he said, that would probably piss me off. Because I think Corral's better than Pickett. And the Eagles didn't even bring Pickett in for an interview. So, makes me think that they want Corral. But you never know with Howie. You never know. It is Howie Vision. We're all just living in it. Who do you want most out of the draft? If I could choose anybody, Sauce Gardner. Where the Eagles are talking about moving to 10, provide us a source. There was a source today. Like I said, I have no idea if the source is valid or not. I have no idea. But it's all over Twitter. I don't know. I forget the name of the source because I don't really follow that person or that whoever it is. But apparently they're in talks. Now I don't think that's surprising. I think the Eagles are probably in talks with a lot of teams about trading up right now. The question is if they trade up before the draft, what does that mean? But as Howie said, they talked to many teams about trading up for certain players well before the draft starts. So that way, you can maneuver easier with the amount of clock time you have. Chris Scott says, I think Willis will be, I think it depends where he goes. What if we could get number 1 to get Aiden Hutchinson? I think there's some guys I'd rather have over him. Stop providing misinformation. Take a shit, dude. I ain't providing shit. Take a hike if you don't like what I have to say. I said that I don't know if it's true. I said that right off the bat. But I could talk about what I want. You ain't the producer of this show. I hate when people tell me what I can say and can't say. You don't like it? Too bad. I talk about what I want. And take that to the bank. I'll talk about it 5 more times. I'm going to do 8 videos on it tonight because of you. How are we trading Dallas G? He has Whiteside as start. Whiteside is no star tight end. Come on. Kenny Pickett's small hands would fumble more than Wentz in Philly. Yeah, he does have small hands. That's true. Talk about KFC McDonald's. I don't eat KFC. I can't eat chicken that is sitting under those little red lamps. I get sick. Well, actually, Alex, to be honest with you, Howie Roseman said in his press conference, we talked to many teams about trading up. Take a hike, dude. I can talk about whatever I want. I can talk about the trade between Deebo Samuel and the Eagles that's happening right now if I want. You don't like it? Take a hike. Bye-bye. See ya. I really don't like when people try to tell me what I can or cannot talk about. Talk about whatever I want. I really don't care much about this year's draft. I'm more interested in next year's draft because it seems 19 have more talent. I mean, it depends. You never know, you know? Hey, listen, I talk about what I want. If he don't, he can go talk about. He can go make his own channel, and he can talk about all he wants. I could care less. Terrell Owens making a comeback would be wild. Team picked up. Laugh out loud, could be possibility in the future. Terrell Owens making a comeback. I mean, I saw him catch a touchdown pass today. It looks like he still could play. I wonder what his 40 is. You guys should get Jordan Davis. I'm totally okay with that. Defense is talented this year. It is. Agreed. Tio's not in the USFL. It's like a 3-on-3 league or something. I forget what it is. Please don't. Oh, it ain't get to me. But when people tell you, hey, you should talk about this, talk about that, I'm like, I don't know who these people think they are. I talk about what I want to talk about. You don't like it, you don't have to watch. You know what I mean? This ain't CNN. You don't have to watch. I don't see Tio coming back. No time. You don't need to. He doesn't need to be timed out. No. Don't time him out. No, don't time him out. Don't time him out. Don't time him out. No, you timed him out. No. Don't time him out. Alex, I apologize for you getting timed out. Don't time him out. Let us talk his shit. Let him talk his shit. We don't time people. This ain't CNN. That's right. We let people talk. He has a problem with me. He can tell me his problem, and I'm going to tell him to take a hike. We're done. I think the Eagles are trading up, and I believe that's going to happen. R. Ryan says Jordan Davis will be a bust guaranteed. Could be right. Would you sign Earl Thomas? I heard he wants back. I wouldn't touch him. No, he hasn't played in a few years. The last time he played, they said that Baltimore didn't like him. The teammates didn't like him. So no, I don't. Whatever we don't get in the draft, we'll get free agency that we do, but should. I mean, I don't know. I mean, who's left in free agency, really? Do you think the Eagles trade up to 6 for Kevon Thibodeau or Sauce? I really think jumping the Giants again is I think they could. I think it's possible, especially if those rumors are really true about the Jets and they got the 10, let's say before the draft. I think they would do it again. You know what I mean? Brock Lesnar, he says, Philly, I love you, but it's time to bolt up. What do you mean bolt up? What does that mean? Like Fat Flash? What do you mean? Pick your hands are like Chris Elliott when he's trying to carve the turkey in Scary Movie. Oh, God. I don't know. I don't know what your OnlyFans is. I'm scared, money. I think they're underrated athletes as well. I have much more Matt Corral talk. Matt Corral. Yeah, I'm sorry, Alex. Got time. Don't time people out for talking shit. We do not like. I do not like that. I do not want people timed out at all. I prefer that they just have a problem with me and we debate it or yell at each other and then move on. Yeah, Dan, I'm streaming every second of the draft. No question about it. I think a trade Carolinas will play. I definitely think so too. The only thing I know about the draft is teammates don't know shit about what's going to happen. That's definitely true. We all don't know. Matt Corral has a very fast release. He doesn't have a cannon like Vic, Josh Allen, or Mahomes. I've seen Corral deep pass flutter and take time to get away. He's got to work on his deep ball. I agree with you there. He's got a very, very quick release, though. Matt Corral has, not me, maybe a little bit, but not me. Who do you think will fall in the first round? That's a great question. There's rumors that Kyle Hamilton could be available and could fall. I don't know if those are true or not. I think there's talk that Thibodeau could go top 5. Then there's other talk that he could fall out of the top 10. So I don't know. But if a lot of these receivers are going early, I think a lot of these defensive backs are going to fall. That's what I think. So I would say the maybe defensive backs and maybe some of these linebackers. 500. I seen this dude's name, Daniel Falil. He's huge, 6'9", 384. They saying he can play right tackle. Maybe somebody Stoutland can give his hands to. Yeah, I mean, I don't know anything about him. I never heard of him. But why? If they can get him late or something like that, undrafted, why not? Corral will be Sam Darnold, Josh Rosen type. I want to pick 15 and trade back 18 for second extra rounder. I want our defense strength No, I have no problem with that at all. You know, I just saw the Dolphins want to trade Tom Brady. I wonder if I mean that rumor's been going on for a while now. I don't think that's true. But I guess you never know. But I doubt it. Jordan Davis is my number 1 pick for the Eagles. I like it. I have no problem with that at all. Any USFL players? I haven't watched any USFL games yet. I've watched 0. So I don't know. I don't know of any. 3,500, that's why I wish you would have added a receiver in free agency. I trust Howie drafting a pass rusher more than a receiver. I don't even trust him drafting a pass rusher. Defensive tackle, not so much, not so bad. But pass rusher scares me. Wide receiver definitely scares me. My top trade-up spots for Philly are number 6 for Kevon Thibodeau and Sauce. I could see that 10 for Hamilton, 13 for that makes sense. I think that makes sense. What position are you completely against staying in the first 4 rounds? What positions are you completely against staying or drafting in the first 4 rounds? Punter, kicker, I guess. I'm open to anything. There's certain things in the first round I don't want to do. Then there's certain things in the second that I would do that I wouldn't do in the first. Same thing with the third and the fourth. So it just depends. In my opinion, the Eagles are protecting themselves in case Jalen doesn't perform well enough. They believe in him for the present. They tried to get several wideouts, but the market rose higher. If the Eagles, Drew John, if the Eagles really wanted him or wanted to get him help, they would have gotten him somebody. They would have been able to outbid or would have paid somebody. I know that they tried Calvin Ridley, but I feel like they're only doing it if it's a value. Y'all lost Brady in the playoffs? Yeah, and we also beat him in the Super Bowl. Christian Harris or Brisker in the second go? Christian Harris. That's hard. I like both of them, but I'll say Christian Harris. I'm a big Christian Harris fan. My young boy, Sharif Miller's looking good. Oh, that's good. They cut him quick. Thanks for coming. Glad to give you some attention. You have a good one. Are you talking to me? Let's see. Holy shit, easy money. He's Matt Corral. He is Matt Corral. And Alex, I'm sorry that you got timed out there. I think we go on to get Sauce Gardner. I would love it. I would absolutely love it. I wouldn't be surprised if the Eagles try to get him. He's only the best player. Yeah. Brock, are you a Tampa fan? Brisker's a freaking beast, too. Lots of beasts for us. I think there are a lot of good second-round safeties and stuff. The Chargers should have made the playoffs. I think the Chargers are going to be good. They had it was a done deal. I know, but it was cheap though. It was like for a 3rd-round pick, and once that fell through, why didn't they get somebody else? Why couldn't they get anybody else? Why couldn't they outbid any team if they really wanted to get Hurts help? Hamilton isn't that fast, but his range, he can cover a lot of the field, make it difficult offensive pass. If he's a 15, I would consider it, Here you go. Easy money. Matt Corral has a stronger arm than number 1 pick Trevor Lawrence. Nike long toss. That's awesome. Why are most wrestlers in the NFL over 50 trying to keep up with the world? I don't know. Good question. I've never literally thought about it before. I've literally never thought about that. Nicholas says, Philly 500. I think Howie wants to trade back with the Packers and then pick Matt Corral in the second. That would make what's his face's day easy money. How much would it cost to trade up 2-4? Probably at least 2 first-round picks. Brisker's a stud who instantly steps in and makes defenses better. Yes, even better than Hamilton. Interesting. Yo, 500, have you watched tape of Daxton Hill? I have. If so, your thoughts. Him and Brisker are my number 2 safety. I like him. Like him a lot. I like him a lot. Block who in the chat? Don't block anybody. Don't be blocking anybody. If what's his face is here, if Brock Lesnar wants to talk shit, let him talk his shit. Doesn't affect us. I like Leo Chanel. I like him a lot. Would you rather have Safety Hamilton or Honey Badger? See, I can't answer that question by itself. You have to say, like, would you rather have Sauce Gardner and Honey Badger or Honey Badger and Jameson Williams or something like that? It would totally depend. Bro, Eagles messed up this draft. That's great. Thanks. I think we need an edge rusher. Easy Money's related to Matt Corral. I'm convinced he's like his brother or something. If the Eagles draft Sauce, G-Love, and Special Sauce would be the new Meek Mill. Yeah, there you go. They should make this offensive lineman wear gloves so they can't hold and eliminate a lot of flags by wearing gloves. How would a glove affect them, stop them from being able to grab onto somebody? Those gloves can have grips on it. You know what I mean? They were working out. I don't know if there's a video or not, Xavier, but they were working out. I got a video on that coming later. You should only ever block Michael Anthony. I don't want to block anybody, even if they disagree with me. I don't believe in that. I believe in have your disagreement, have your spat, and then you move on. Like with Alex. Like he said, I said what I say, and move on. I don't hold it against him or anything. I want us to get a badass safety, someone who will lay it. Yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice. There you go, Alex. Going to defensive line with one of our first round picks. Whether that's I agree. I actually agree with you there. Brisker reminds me of a young Sean Taylor from his college tape. I think Sean Taylor was way faster though, you know. You want to? I'll tell you my source. My source is this guy named Adrian. You might have heard of him. Oh my God, 500. No, I left my. I told you we need a elite quarterback. So will the Eagles take Matt Corral? Easy money. That's my question for you. I think he might be a burner account too. Petrie is similar to Matthew. I think Petrie is better coming out of college too. He's another one I like. I've only watched a little bit of him. Sean Taylor was definitely a better significant athlete. Yeah, I agree. No, Brisker. I like Brisker. I like Brisker a lot. 500. Sorry, I'm late, bro. Just call for it. Oh, you're good, Andrew. You're good. You're good. We're just talking it up today. You know, it's all good. Easy money. If Matt Corral becomes a star, easy money is going to have this on us forever. Herbert owns the Eagles. He only played the Eagles once. Justin Herbert's good. There's some of the. I think you can get. I think there's some good linebackers you can get between the second and fourth. That's why I don't think they're. That's one of the reasons why I don't think they'll take a first round linebacker. Philly, will you be okay if the Eagles moved up Sauce Gardner with our only pick in the first round? Yeah, I would. You drinking Red Bulls to keep up this mad chat? I'm trying my best. I know I'm missing things, but I'm trying. It's so hard, you know. You don't know how many people are gonna come in, and I don't really like slow mode too much. Like maybe like just a couple seconds, but it's hard to keep up. And people think that if you don't answer, you know, they get offended. And it's like, I'm not, there's nobody I'm avoiding. Justin Herbert is going to win a Super Bowl next. I agree. I think he's going to win a division this year. It was better than when the draft was on Saturday. Oh, so agreed. I completely 100% agree. When the draft was Saturday and Sunday, it was so much better because I hate getting into the first round and then the first one ends, and then you're ready for the second, and it's like you have to wait. I totally agree with you, man. Totally agree. I'd trade 3 first round right now for her. Oh, I would too. I would trade 4. Daxon Hill, Hamilton are going to be studs. Hill is like new era Troy Polamalu. I like them both. Imagine being 500 doesn't read your chat. There's a million messages. I'm trying, yeah. Draft is quickly approaching. Yes, it's going to be a busy week. I got LB coming on Tuesday. I got Wednesday. I got Mark Holmes. And then I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. I like McCourty comp for Hill more, but with better skills cover, Palma was physical. Yeah, I agreed. What do you think of the Buffalo Bills doing a $1 billion stadium and still not building a roof? I don't think they should build a roof. To me, like Minnesota being in a dome is the stupidest thing. Like, I think that if you're in a cold weather state or area, that's such an advantage. I think you want it as cold as possible. That's my feeling. I think you got to have it as cold as possible. 100%. I'm not even be able to watch the draft. Well, put me on and just listen. Philly Style TV, my man. How are you, man? Shout out to you, man. He says, Philly, please check your DM on Twitter for great up. Okay, I will definitely do that. Thank you for the super chat, by the way, man. I appreciate that. Thank you. You are the man. Thank you so much. And I'll check it as soon as I'm off the stream. I will check it. Have you seen Alec Pierce highlights? He could be. I like him better than Drake London. Yeah, I like him. And I haven't heard anything on Stingley. I heard that there's some teams that are concerned about his medical, and then I heard that there's teams concerned with his medical, and then Seattle's in love with him apparently. Can I get Bad Dog this week? You know what? I'll reach out to Bad Dog after this and see if I can get him on. Maybe I can get him on tomorrow. Family Adventure Family says, I'm telling you, he might be right. We might get a quarterback. It might be Matt Corral or Kenny Pickett. It would not shock me. The first round would upset me, but second round, it would shock me. Philly Style TV, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Yeah, but I don't want to freeze my ass on the bench to the point where I have to get a special to pick me up. I'm all for it. See, I'm all for that. I love that atmosphere where it's like 0 degrees outside, you're all bundled up, and you're out of the game. I love it. I just think it's perfect. If they put seat warmers in the thing or something, I don't know, but I think if Buffalo had a dome, it would take away from such an advantage. Could you imagine December, January? AFC championship game in Buffalo? It's such an advantage. That's why I don't understand why Minnesota would have a roof. I just don't get it. I think there won't be any running back chosen in round 1 and only one linebacker in round 2. All the wide receivers are going to move up. 7 or 8 will be taken in round 1. You could be totally right about that. Yeah, I agree. We won't pick high enough for Bryce or Stroud. We have to hope the Saints are somewhat bad and teams get one of the first 2 selections. That doesn't need a quarterback. Yeah, we're definitely not going to have to. But the question is will they trade 2 first-round picks in that year and then another one? Would they trade 3 first-round picks? I got a mock coming out for my channel members, and I might do one for everybody else. But I just think most people are done with the mock drafts. I feel like everybody's burnt out of them. I'm burnt out of them. Brisker with her second. I love Brisker. Minnesota's roof collapsed on itself all those years ago. Even the stadium itself doesn't want a roof. That's true. It did. I remember that. I mean, because it gets cold there. And if you look at what the Vikings, like in the 70s and stuff, they didn't play inside. Green Bay has such an advantage in that situation. So I don't like domes. Saints are going to be top 6 pick next year. I hope so. I'm going to be streaming Saints games next year. I'm going to be streaming them, rooting against them. When's the last time the Bills ever won anything? Laugh out loud. I live upstate New York, and they should get a dome. They would have higher sales, and the stadium would use an update. I don't like it. I like the outside. I like the snow. I like the weather. I think those elements make football. As a fan watching, I understand people don't want to sit in the cold though. Me, I have no problem. I have no problem with it, you know. But I don't think the Bills haven't won a Super Bowl because they don't play in a dome. You know, they went to 4 straight Super Bowls. They just couldn't finish. I'm a huge Bryce Young fan. Been following him since he was high school. I was comping him and Russell Wilson even back then. He is so composed for a young quarterback even then. Only major gripe is aside. So I assume next year, Alex, when the draft is getting ready, you're going to be the easy money of next year's draft, and it's going to be Bryce Young. Bryce Young. We got to get Bryce Young. You didn't miss nothing, you know, just talking football. The Vikings should be used to collapse by now. That's a good one. LT's in the building. What is going on, my man? How are you? How are you doing? Hope you're well. Let me see here. So if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. Let's get over 300 likes before this stream ends. Let's get over at least 300 likes. That's the goal. Did you see AJ and Hurts post? What do you think? I got a video coming on later. I already recorded it. I think the ultimate way the Eagles could show that they believe in Jalen Hurts is to go try to trade for AJ Brown. Now, I'm not saying that the Titans will trade for him, but they're not going to pay him. That's obvious now, and obviously they're friends. But you know, we'll see. So if we trade up in the top 10, I think if the Eagles trade up into the top 10, I think there are 2 guys they're targeting: Sauce Gardner or Kayvon Thibodeau. That's who it's going to be. Yeah, I got one almost done. For channel members, I got one definitely going to do, and then I might do one. I might not. I might do 2. It just a lot of people are burnt out of them. They put the domes on just to be able to host Super Bowl. So 5 years, Matt Corral can take the Eagles. In 5 years, Matt Corral can take a Super Bowl. That's good. I like that. Con, thank you for Super Chat. What happened to Adrian Fedku from Bitter Birds? I don't know. You know, I text him. I call him. I don't know. You know, I miss Adrian greatly. And my hope is that he comes back one day and gets that channel running again. And my hope is that one day that he calls me up and says, hey, I want to come on your channel and talk football. Adrian always has an open door on this channel, like always. Adrian helped me out a lot when I first started. Like he was the first person really to put me on. So I feel like I owe Adrian a lot. I love Adrian. 500, honestly, is this a rebuilding year? When do you truly feel we will contend for title? I do think the Eagles are treating it like a rebuilding year, LT. I do. I don't feel like they've been super aggressive because they feel like they're contenders. I think 2023 is when they make their move. I think they'll be more aggressive in 2023. You know what I mean? That's what I think. Brock Lesnar, you're a Charger fan? I have no problems with the Chargers. You're going to be looking like a clown when Matt Corral's next door quarterback goes in the first. Here we go. I love it. Eagles need a cornerback in the first round. They definitely don't need a quarterback in the first round. I agree with you. What position is more important, corner or safety? I'm going to be honest with you. I honestly think safety. I think they need a quarterback on the defense in that secondary. You know, but a guy like Sauce Gardner, I have to get. But I do think they need a safety. I mean, they do need another corner too. But I mean, if I could have a safety like a guy that like could be the quarterback on that defense, like you know, like Dawkins was and Troy Polamalu, I think that would be big. Clark Roberts, man, thank you for super chat, my man. Appreciate you. He says, would you rather have 18th pick or another second rounder? The 18th pick. I'd rather have the 18th pick. Yeah, I mean, definitely the 18th pick. Oh, they're talking about Kenny Pickett. Oh, Soul Squad. They're all on TV now. Flipper Jones, my man. Shout out to you. It's good to see you, my man. Thank you for the super chat, by the way. Appreciate you. Says this team needs more talent across the board. I'll be happy as long as they come out of this draft with 3 long-term starters at whatever positions they go with. I can't disagree with you. I cannot disagree with you. The most important thing for me is how he takes the best players available. That is. I think you're right on. You know, we could talk about who we think in this, but that's the truth. At the end of the day, we need to come out with starters. Well said. Well said. I totally agree with you. You know, an extra second is better than an 18th pick? Really? Huh. I don't know how that can be. When you have a guy like Howie who you can't trust to pick, second round picks. I don't trust him. I think you're better off. You have a better chance to hit the 18th pick. Danny says, let's go for the 500. It's 21 in part of, so it's 12-20? You're in Sweden. Very cool. How's life in Sweden? Howie said he's looking for a future. Be ready to trade up for offensive lineman back Corral. To back Corral? That's interesting. I think we are rebuilding as well. I only get confused on if we have the right quarterback or not. It all starts there. Well, that's the whole thing that I've been trying to figure out all off season is like how much do the Eagles believe in Jalen Hurts? Because if you look at their non-aggressiveness on offense this all season, it really makes me feel like they almost don't believe in him because I feel like that they're, if you really want to evaluate them, get them some more help. And yeah, they tried a little bit here or there, but it was only if it was a bargain. So that makes me wonder, What's up, Elliot? What's up, Fat? You the man. You the man. What's up with you? We're a quarterback factory. Matt Corral makes. Oh, God. Here we go. Matt Corral. 2021 draft was a good foundation. We need to build on it these next 2 years before. I agree. And you got a big situation with Hurts coming up because you're gonna have to extend them. Dave does. What's going on, man? I believe Howie should have gotten fired the minute he said that this draft is not short-term fix. He's stupid. Should be drafted players long-term. That's the other thing. The fact that he said that makes me believe even more. They're not in contend mode yet. They're just not. Wide receivers way too expensive. Howie said that they're drafted wide receiver. Yeah, but by drafting a wide receiver, that tells you that you're building for a few years down the road. How do you properly evaluate Hurts if he doesn't have enough weapons? So to me, what they're saying is, we're not spending money on a wide receiver because we don't have the quarterback we believe is the guy. That's the only conclusion that I come up with when I hear him say that. That's why I don't understand that at all. To me, I want the best guy. But I mean, that's just me. That's my interpretation of what they're saying. Khan, welcome to Dingbat Nation. Thank you so much for joining. Appreciate you. Shout out to you and welcome. We're gonna got a lot of stuff coming this week for channel members, especially I think we're gonna do a call-in show for Dingbat Nation. So look for that this week and thank you for joining. I'm a little concerned we're not looking at the O-line holes that are coming. Yeah, that is personally, I think that's true. Bradley says, I love your videos and keep up the good work. You're my hero and please keep making videos. I can watch your YouTube channel for hours. Bradley, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I'll have a video later tonight. Later tonight I'll have one. Jay Koch, what's going on with Jay Koch? My man's going off. Everyone should be. There you go. I feel the same way about the Eagle fan half the time. Jay Koch, we can be stupid. What happened? I missed it. Oh, you the man, Easy Money. You're gonna be happy when Joey Shate's got that red and white jersey on. Draft day. You know? How many subscribers do I have now? I don't know. Let me check. I have to literally go check. I have 39,133. That's where we are at. So I appreciate everybody watching today. We got a lot of subscribers out of this. So thank you. I like Wyatt. I like Wyatt, and I like Jordan Davis. I like Jordan Davis more, but I like Wyatt. They say he's 24. That's fine. If he's 25, I would stay away. But 24 is fine. I get the wide receivers are expensive, but what if the draft picks is Jalen Reagor? I agree. Well, here's a question I have, right? So let's say you draft a wide receiver this year, right? Let's say you take Jameson Williams, and he's really good, right? Now, in a few years, you got to extend Devontae Smith, and then the next year you have to extend Jameson Williams. So now in 2 straight years, you're paying wide receivers huge money. It's going to be well over $25 million by then. So maybe if you had a guy like a Debo or a DK that you brought in and you just paid now, maybe it's a little easier to pay Devontae Smith later, you know? 500 LT's draft philosophy, best player available. Yeah, I like that. Build around that. You risk too much in an already weak spot when you draft specific need. Use free agency for that and simply get I agree. Best player available, especially early. That has gotten the Eagles in so much trouble before. You draft the talent. If the best player on the board is a wide receiver, take him. If it's a defensive tackle, take him. If it's a cornerback, take him. As US fans, where do I like how he puts a premium on the lines? I think the fan base will be unnecessarily shocked if he drafts the line high. I would not be shocked if he drafts offensive line high. I have no problem with that strategy, to be honest with you, because in my opinion, I feel like why not make your strength even stronger? The strength of the Eagles is our offensive line. Keep it strong. I have no problem with that. But it would shock a lot of people, you know. Tyron still wants a lot of cash. He's going to hold out. He finds good offer. Can you tell us your source on that? No, I'm just kidding. I love you, Alex. I love you. Yeah, I think he signs after. The draft. I don't really want an offensive line in the first round either, but it would not shock me. And I'm not totally mad about it. Keep up the great work. I still think we need draft Linderbaum to replace Kelsey next year. So it's not the sexy pick, but our all-line and running game is what got us to playoffs. Agreed. Yeah, keep your strength stronger. You know what I mean? We don't need to draft offensive lineman first round as long as Stoutland is here. Well, Stoutland makes things easier because he's so good at developing offensive linemen. Can you imagine if you had coaches that could develop wide receivers? You know? Defense wins championships. Do not draft the offensive lineman first right now. I mean, I'm just saying it wouldn't shock me if they did, and I wouldn't be totally upset with it. Because I just think keeping your strength stronger, I can't kill them for that. Are they going to trade Dillard? Would they trade Sayamalu if they did? I mean, I don't know. I think there are good center options day 2. Parham, Strange. Yeah, I think so too. I think you're right. Get the best guys everywhere, and if that means doubling up, then you can trade if needed. But agreed. And when the Eagles get in trouble, it's because they get away from that philosophy. And that source of that is Howie Roseman. He said it himself. Matthew Davis Super Chat. He says you should do a giveaway for a jersey. Yeah, I could do that. Maybe we can give a Matt Corral jersey. I think I'm going to have 2 Matt Corral jerseys to give away. Could you imagine if the Eagles draft him? Like, seriously? If the Eagles took Matt Corral, Easy Money will never let us hear the end of it. And I think I'll get blamed for it. Eagles need to change their schemes two times on the field at once. It works better, hurts style play. Well, they kind of gotten away from that because I think a lot of teams were figuring it out. Trade Andre Dillard, a third-round pick, a fifth-round pick for Cincinnati's 31st pick, and trade Andre Dillard for Pets. I'm not opposed to that. I have a feeling that Dillard is going to get moved this draft. And my source is myself. I think Dillard is actually worth at least a third. He played well when he was step left tackle. Your problem is he's not more valuable than is he can't play right. Yeah, that's why you have to trade him. But I think you're right. I think you could get a second for him because somebody's going to say, well, we don't want him to ever play right tackle. We want a bookend left tackle. And I think left tackles are a premium. I think so. I'd rather see a Hurts jersey or Smith. Me too. Can I please do the bad dog is a mad dog because he knows the Giants always stink. They trade all up against Daniel Jones. They stink. Thank you very much. Devin is two best players in the draft behind Hamilton. They both play multiple positions. It is really that easy. Yeah, I like them, but I don't think they'll draft them because I don't think they'll take a linebacker that early. Matthews, thank you for Super Chat. Says, what do you want the Eagles to draft? I just want, I think I'm with LT. I just want the best player available, the best player on their board. Who do I think that's going to be by the time the Eagles pick? I think it's probably going to be Jordan Davis and a wide receiver. So I think that's what they're going to do. Just get the best player. If they decide they want to go corner, if they decide to then make a big move and go get Sauce. You know, I want to get Ojabo. I really want David Ojabo in round 2. So I'm okay taking a defensive tackle, a wide receiver, and then Ojabo. That would give me a defensive tackle and a defensive end for years to come. You should link a number for phone calls. I'm thinking I'm going to be doing a call-in show for my channel members this week. I think it's a little safer. Every time I try to do a call-in, I get people posting cocks and stuff, and it's like black screen. You put them on, and they try to get me in trouble. So I think it's a little safer with channel members. I hope. You know, yo, Ramal, what's up, man? All right, so I'm going to do about 5 more minutes because I just realized I'm going on 2 hours here, and I only wanted to do an hour, and I told my wife I was going to do all this stuff and just give me an hour, and it's 2 hours, so she's probably ready to double moonwalk my ass. Phone calls, no image. I'll have to look into that, John Doe. I don't know how to do the phone call thing, but I will look into it. Byron Pringle rested for interesting. Carolina, I'm telling you, if somehow the rumor the Jets trading up to 10, the Eagles trying to trade up, if the Eagles did that, let's say they traded and made a play for 10 and they got a trade up to 10 on Tuesday, I'm telling you, they're trading up again. They're going up to 6. That's what I think. If they trade up to 10 during the draft, then it's for somebody that fell. The best player is Dicker the Kicker for his thing. That's a great nickname. Is it true? That's true. Honey Badger is what I've heard from Honey Badger is he's not making any decisions until after the draft, which makes sense. See what teams don't get a safety that need a safety, and maybe you get a little more. You know. Mike says, "Love your channel. Thank you, my man. I appreciate you. Thank you." Somebody double moonwalk that bet cam crap out of here. Get it out of here. Yeah, you just hide them. Now that's I love blocking them. I love them blocking them. All right, let me get all this Michael Anthony Where's the Fitness stuff ready for our outro. Well, I want to thank you guys for joining. I love each and every one of you. Alex, it was great debating you. All respect. Shout out to each and every one of you guys. Thank you to all the new channel members, super chats, the subscribers. If you haven't, on the way out, like, subscribe. I'll be streaming Tuesday with Brunson, LB, and then Wednesday with Mark Holmes, and then I'll reach out to Bad Dog today. about maybe Monday or something. But yeah, I want to thank each and every one of you guys for joining. And thank you for all your support. And with that said, I'm going to let Michael Anthony Wears the Fitness take us out. And I will see you guys. I will have a video out later tonight. It'll be later this evening on the A.J. Brown situation, my thoughts on it. But with that said, I'm going to let you guys go. Take care. Talk to you later, of course. Don't be a dingbat. And hey, Michael Anthony, Where's the Fitness? What'd you think of that play?
Not time for one more play.
The officials are bad.
We had one
Yo,
more.
you gotta be motherfucking
You gotta be
kidding me.
kidding me. We have no time for one more play.
Look at this motherfucker
What are you doing?
running from
What
a.
are you doing?
To get off the field on third down.
What was that bullshit?
That is not right.
Kellen Moore, he's got to be better, man. He wasn't.
Oh, that's some bullshit. What was that? We had enough time for one more
He
play.
had an opportunity to win that game at the end.
But the referee screwed us.
Away, but, you know, this is just
The brother screwed us.
You know, I'm upset, but
The brother screwed
it is what it
us.
is, man.
At least they fought back and tried.
Only Cowboys games.
Yeah, you literally.
The brother screwed us. The brother screwed us.
It's going to end the way
We had an opportunity for one more play.
I'm Michael Anthony Fitness here, MAF.
I'll need to set up here right there, and I'll be able to use the original structure